What's up guys, Dragonheir here, and today I have two teams for you for the Grave of Curse Challenge Dungeon. The first team is 100% free to play, the second one is not so much, but both teams will allow you to farm the mythical gear easily. So let's go right into it.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go.
Alright guys, welcome to the challenge mode for the Grave of Curse. I will start with the free to play team, and that one is able to do the stage 5 easily. It's kinda struggles on stage 6, the success rate is very low. I would say like maybe 5%. I'm really not happy about it, so I need to, improve my gear. But stage 5, they can do it easily, it's like 90% success rate. But before we show you the run, or before we show you the team, let me show you what current affixes the boss have. So we are at the third one. So the boss has the blood gush boosted, the 400%, which means he will steal a lot of HP from you, because this one is a passive, right? When he deals damage, 50% is stolen as its HP. Target loses that portion of max HP for this battle. So we really want champions with a shield. So that's the current affix for the challenge dungeon. I will show you the crystal buffs later on. Just for now, you can read through it real quickly. But I will go over them after the runs, because they are same for the challenge 5 and challenge 6. Both teams are using the exact same crystals, so I will go over them later on. And now, without any further ado, let's go to the free-to-play team. Okay guys, so this is my free-to-play team. I'm using Evrian for tankiness. Then I'm using Gillian for the healing and defense up 2 buff, very important. And then I'm using Vinyara for the attack penalty and the pushing the ultimate energy of the boss. And for my 2 DPS, I am using Bladin, an Ice Blast hero, epic Ice Blast hero, and I'm using Naja, another Ice Blast hero, epic Ice Blast hero. They are not that hard to get, epic heroes, so I'm pretty sure most of you will have them, like 90% of you will have these heroes. Probably all of them, because Evrian is a free hero from the season 1, Vinyara a free hero from season 1, and Gillian is the new free hero for the season 2. I believe you can get it at around chapter 10 or chapter 12. So it's around dungeon stage 12, 10, something like that. So pretty much most of you will have her right now. And then 2 Ice Blast heroes, epic Ice Blast heroes. So let me show you how them built real quick. So I have my Evrian with 102k HP, 4.3k defense, a little bit of accuracy, nothing too crazy. I'm using the Scrap Amulet on him for the artifact. And for the gear, I'm using the Tundra Tenacity. Now, Gillian, I have her with 115k HP, 2.1k defense, 145 enlightenment. I'm using the Ancestor Protection on her, plus I'm using the Devour Prayer. When the Weaver grants a shield, the target deals 12% more damage. I'm using this because she can do shields with her talents, so once the ultimate skill fully recharges, grants 5% max HP shield to the ally with the lowest current HP for 5 seconds. So that's why I'm using the artifact. And also, the tier 4 talent, even with the enhanced protection. After every 2 healing skill cast, next healing grants the target a shield equal to 10% of hero max HP for 10 seconds. So that's why I'm using that mythical gear, even though she doesn't have a shielding on her kit, right? She's doing healing, defense up, and dispelling debuff, so no shielding. But because of the talents, she can do a little bit of shielding. Now, Vinyara, next hero. I have her built with 52k HP, almost 2k attack, and then almost 400 accuracy. I'm using the Puppetry Inspiration on her for the accuracy, resistance, and when she casts her ultimate, she grants 10% ultimate energy to anyone with the same elemental affinity or elemental school. And then for the artifact, I'm using the Which Remains for the defense penalty too. And now for the Ice Blast heroes, for my DPS, I have Naja, and she has 43k HP, 4.8k attack, 97% crit rate, and 174% crit damage. I'm using the Abyssal Curse, only 2 pieces for the attack and crit damage. And then I'm using 2 pieces of the Forbidden Aegis for the attack and crit rate as well. You can go, full on the Forbidden Aegis, because that way she will get more damage even, maybe. Because that way she will start stacking the passive, right? The Forbidden Aegis passive. When casting a battle skill or ultimate skill, the Weaver deals 6% more damage for 10 seconds up to 4 stacks. So if you want her, with little bit less damage, little bit less attack, as you can see here, you can go with this gear. You can go with the Forbidden Aegis, 3 pieces. But I will leave it like this. And then for the mythical gear, I'm using the Whisper of the Consumer, okay? And now the last hero, Baldin, I think, or what his name is. Bloodin. I'm sorry, Bloodin. I hope I pronounce it correctly, but probably not, because I suck with names, as you probably know. So I have him built with 38k HP, almost 39k HP, 4.5k attack almost, and then 54% crit rate and 171% crit damage. I'm using the Forbidden Ages, the free pieces, as I mentioned on Naja. And then for the artifact, I'm using the Manticore statue because it boosts my battle skill. And you might be wondering why I have him built with only 54% crit rate and not like 70 or 100. That's because of his skills. On his battle skill, he has 20% more when it comes to triggering a critical hit, and then on the ultimate as well. So he's pretty much like built with another additional 20%. So he's actually not at 54% crit rate, but at 74% crit rate, which is decent. I wish it's at 100%, but I'm not able to get there right now. I mean, I can, but I was focusing more on crit damage, as you see here on the countlets. But I can go with the 100% crit rate. Why not? I mean, no, I will not do it because, I will lose a little bit of HP and I want him to build with a little bit of HP for the survivability. So I'll keep it like this, but you can go for 100% crit rate. It's up to you guys. This is just the bare minimum kind of build for this dungeon. So that's it for the challenge number 5. And I will also use this food buff that gives me 10% max HP and 5% attack just to make the run a little bit smoother. And also skill timings. I'm using Aurane at 12.5 seconds together with Gillian, and then I will recast at 20 seconds because I'm using Vinyara at 14 seconds, which will push the boss back to his battle skill, the second battle skill, the 12 second. So now the boss is at 20 seconds interval, that's why everybody is at 20 seconds recast. And also my DPS, I want them to cast after Vinyara because she has a chance to put down the defense penalty, which means they can do more damage, right? So that's the skill timings for this team. And now let's go to the run finally. A lot of talking, I'm really sorry about it. Maybe I should have showed you the build after. So maybe that's what I will do for the second team, for the not so much free-to-play team. I will show you that team and then I will show you the builds after, so you can skip it if you want to. Well, not everybody cares too much about the builds, or not everybody cares about the run. So that's why I'm sometimes, changing it. Sometimes I'm doing the builds first and the run after, or sometimes I'm doing the run and the builds after. So that's the reasoning behind it. Like, I don't know what's more favorable right now. I'm still learning what you want more, guys. If you want to see the builds or the runs. So as you see, we are fine. We are taking damage, but we should be fine. I do have the buff crystals for the attack up for my heroes. And then the damage reduction and the attack penalty for the boss as well. So those are the buffs. And I have healing buff or restoration crystal, something like that called. And this might be a bad run because I see my Aurane taking a lot of damage. I hope that I'm at challenge number 5 because I know that challenge number 6 looks like this sometimes. Like my heroes, they taking way too much damage. So hopefully I'm at the current damage. I should be because 70 million HP. So this might be the one unsuccessful run. Classic. So when I start recording, I might be unsuccessful. That's what you want to see, right? That's definitely, yep, that's unsuccessful. Let's do redeployment. It's a little bit of RNG because of the buff crystals. Because not every buff crystal always procs. There is the first one, the rotation one, that's always procs at 23 seconds. I mean, it depends. It can be at 25 seconds or lower. It depends how much you have leveled up that particular crystal or that particular rune. But that one is, always at 23 seconds, always happens at the interval, right? Then there is one that happens for every 15 buffs that I have. I will get the different buff crystal. And then there is one that has 12% chance to occur when you cast ultimate. I'm using that one. And then I'm using one more. And that's for every 7 ultimates, I think, or every 8 ultimates that I use, I will get another buff. You can play with them. It depends on how you set them up together, how they work together. But I will show you after this run exactly what I'm using for the buff crystals. So we are 1 minute in. It's at 11 million HP, the boss. And this time we are not taking that much damage, so it's fine. I also find out Vinyara, she is supposed to be able to steal all the buffs, right, from the boss. And sometimes she's not stealing the second buff, right, the 30% or the 30 damage up for the boss. Yeah, this time she stole both of them. So that's why the first round was unsuccessful. It can happen sometimes. Also, very important to have Vignera at 14 seconds, because you will see, I will slow it down a little bit, and you will see that she will actually do her ultimate before the boss lands his butter skill, right? See? She's now getting rid of his attack, and now when he strikes the Evrian, he's not even gaining any shield because he's doing no damage to him. Because Evrian now has the defense up too from Gillian, he has damage reduction from himself, and then Vignera also puts the attack penalty on the boss and steals the 2 buffs from the boss, so he's not doing that much damage. So that's what I found out. Put your Vignera at 14 seconds and she will actually do this. She will only miss the first interval. I don't know why, but the first interval she will not hit the boss before he hits Evrian. But after that, after that run, or like after that interval, every other interval she will always, hit the boss before he hits. I don't know why, but Beldin died, but we fine because Nadja has the Whisper of the Consumer, so she can execute the boss. Sometimes it happens that Beldin dies at the end, but Nadja can finish it, right? So that's the free-to-play team. The current run was 2 minutes and 34 seconds, and the best one is 2 minutes and 35 seconds, right? Wow, what the heck? Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. But as you can see, Nadja is doing most of the damage, and Beldin is here more for the crystal generation for her. So he will generate a lot of crystals for Nadja, and Nadja can then deal a lot of damage. So now let me show you the buffs, the crystal buffs that I'm using. So for the first one, I'm using the Abundance Free, which means it triggers 1 buff crystal for every 18 buffs granted by the allies. And I pair this one with the Reduction, the Attack Down Free. It reduces attack of all enemies by 8% up to 3 stacks. This one, it depends on how much you have them level up. I have it level up to 8%, but you can have it to more or less. It depends on your account, right? For the second one, I'm using the Rotation too. Unfortunately, I only have the epic version. I don't have the legendary one. And it triggers 1 buff crystal at the start of the battle and then triggers every 23 seconds. And I pair this one with the increased damage of all of my allies, the damage bonus free. It increases damage dealt by allies by 9% up to 8 stacks. So that's why I do more and more damage the longer the run is. And the third one, I'm using the Fortune Free. It triggers 1 buff crystal with 12% chance when any ally hero casts an ultimate skill. And I pair this one with the reduced damage taken, with the damage reduction free. It reduces damage taken by allies by 8.5% up to 4 stacks. And the last one, I'm using the Ultimate Free. Triggers 1 buff crystal for every 7 ultimate skills cast. And I pair this one with the Restoration Free. It restores 12% HP to all allies. Excess healing is converted to max HP up to 100% max HP increase. So this is the combination of the buff crystals that I am using for this one. And I'm using the same one for the 6th one. The challenge 5 you can see here. And challenge 6 is exactly the same. Just to make sure, as you can see here, it's exactly the same. So I'm not lying to you guys. And now let me show you the regular team, that not so much free-to-play team. The only change here is 1 hero, and that's a legendary hero, and that's Velocia. So I changed Velocia for Gillian, and that's because the boss right now, on this affix, on the affix number 3, he does so much damage, right? Because it has boosting the blood gush. So he's stealing so much HP from you, he's destroying your max HP, and that's why you will be dying. The funny part is that the free-to-play team, it was able to do challenge number 6 on the previous affix, because the previous affix, it didn't have this. It has the recharging speeds of the boss, so the boss was faster by 20% for every buff on him. So I have to change a little bit of skill timings, but the free-to-play team was able to clear the stage 6 actually kinda easily, right? It wasn't like 20% success rate, something like that. No, it was like 70% success rate. But unfortunately, I missed it. I didn't recording for it. And now there is a third affix, the blood gush. And now I have to change the team. The free-to-play team is not able to do it because the boss does so much damage to you. It steals all your HP. But Velocia counters him because she does the shielding and 30% damage reduction and control immunity. So she puts 2 buffs on you and a shield. And together with Evrian, that's 3 buffs, right? because he does the ally protection as well. So you have 3 buffs on your heroes. And everything is same except for Felocia. So I will show you how I have her build. So she has 55k HP, 3.1k defense, 255 enlightenment, and I'm using the ancestor protection on her. And it should be paired with the what is it called? The mythical piece, the devout prayer. I don't know why it is not. It should be paired with this one, the devout prayer, and the helmet should be this one. Yep, that's how she should have been built. I don't know why I have it like this, because this way, you know, it will boost damage of my team. And for the artifact, the mythical artifact, I am using the Aurelium Vest. It gives a HP, defense percentage, and shield granted by the Weaver to an ally also reduces the damage done to the ally by 17.5%. So this way, my team is not taking that much damage. It's pretty much taking like 0 damage, you will see. Everything else is the same, and the skill timings are the same. You know, Felocia has the same skill timing as Gillian had in the free-to-play team. So everything is exactly the same. Now let me show you the run. I'm not using any food buff, and I'm using the aura from Bledin, the 18% max HP, same as the previous run. For this one, it's up to you, the 2 DPS. You know, I'm using the same ones from the previous stage to show you that it is possible to do it with epic heroes. You just need one legendary hero, that's Felocia, because she's MVP for this dungeon. She's insanely good, guys, like wow. She's amazing for arena as well, but for this challenge, the curse challenge, she is MVP. She is the best hero in the game for it. And you can use the other Ice Blast heroes. I was using Shinnok with Beldile, and that team is busted. You know, I'm able to clear this in like 1 minute 50, something like that. Very good team. But, you know, I want to showcase these epic heroes, the Ice Blast heroes. So I'm not always using the legendary heroes from the Ice Blast school. Even those heroes are the best in the game, in my opinion. But you see, Naja still doing 55k damage per second. Very good. And also, as you can see, I'm not taking pretty much any damage because of the Felocia shielding and damage reduction. And together, if you pair it with the Aurelium Vest, that actually reduces the damage even more, you are safe. You are not taking any damage. The only one that is taking damage is Eurian, and that's fine, because he also have the Undying, the passive on him. So, the first time he will be killed, he actually survives, he's immortal, and you're fine. You just need to kill the boss. But your DPS and your debuffers and buffers are absolutely safe, right? As you see, 2 minutes in, and we are halfway there. And Naja is now at 65k damage. So that's why I'm using the attack up, the attack crystal buff, you know, that can stack a lot of times. Because the longer the run is, the more damage I will be doing, right? So already halfway there, you know, 9 million left on the boss. And also, Naja, with the Whisper of the Consumer, she can execute the boss around 2.2 million HP. So we should be almost done. 1 minute 30 seconds left. But as you can see, still I'm very healthy. I'm fine. Not taking any damage in my backline. Come on. Yeah, 5 million HP left on a boss. And this team is relatively, you know, it's not that hard to get. You just need one legendary hero, Felocia. So if you have her, definitely use her for this dungeon. Because this is like the best way to farm mythical gear early on. It's guaranteed pretty much. You will always get at least, I think, like 1 on stage 6. So very good dungeon to farm mythical gears. I'm also working on a free-to-play team for the Grave of Venom. And I'm thinking I might be able to show you really soon that team. Because I'm able to do stage 5, but I'm still struggling with stage 6, guys. These dungeons, these challenge dungeons are very hard. Especially if I'm trying to do it with free-to-play team. So, as you can see, really easy to do. Current one is 3 minutes and 40 seconds. If I'm using the Shinnok with Beldile, I'm doing it under 2 minutes, pretty much. And this is, you see, always one mythical gear in here and then a lot of legendary gear. I'll show also these +1 or the plus gears, the legendary plus gear, which are really good because now you can get 5 substats instead of 4, right? On the regular one, you can only get 4 substats. On this one, you get 5 ones because it already shows you all 4 of your substats now. So when you level it up, it will give you +5 to random substats, right? You might even be lucky and get like 5 times HP percentage, right? That would be amazing. But yeah, it can happen. So these gears are really good if you can get them. So there you have it, guys. 2 teams for the Grave of Curse challenge dungeon. I hope you found this video helpful or entertaining, and if you did, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know down below in the comment section how far are you in these challenge dungeons. Are you at stage 3, stage 5, stage 6, in Venom, Curse, Rot? Let me know. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!